What's up, YouTube family? This is your girl Nikki J coming at you with another Come Cook With Me tutorial. And today we are tackling breakfast food. And I want to do something that is going to be fulfilling and sustainable for you to eat on for a couple of days, so you don't have to cook breakfast every day. And the best time to do it is in the evening. Hello. And so what we're going to be doing is making our egg, spinach, and mushroom bake. And the items that we have here that you will need: definitely salt and pepper. I have a little bit of I'm going to use a little bit of organic almond milk, unsweetened. Some mushrooms in a can, or you can buy them and chop them up. We have some premium pork sausage. If you don't like sausage or you don't do pork, you can totally skip that piece. But we wanted to make sure that we had something else in there just to be a little bit more heartier. I am also going to use some Colby Jack cheese, as well as some organic chopped spinach, and we have our eggs. And we will use I think this is a 8x8 by 2 inch Pyrex dish, and we also have our 11-inch pan. And while we're talking, let's go ahead and get this oven ready to go, and I am going to kick it up to 375. Get it preheated. All right, first things first, we want to go ahead and get our pan that we are going to, our skillet rather, that we're going to cook our sausage in. We're going to use our premium pork sausage. See there, guys? I'm simply going to use my kitchen shears to cut the little metal clip off. You want to cook this sausage first before you, of course, add it to your bake, or else you'll be cooking it for days. So we're just going to add that sausage into that pan. Add that sausage right on into that pan. I'm going to use one of my wooden spatulas to break it up so that it can start cooking down. And again, we have our oven preheating to 375. You don't need to add any seasoning to this, because you will not need it, my loves, because it is good enough. Good enough. This is plenty. So we'll let that start to cook up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, while we are letting our sausage cook up, we're going to go ahead and prepare our eggs. So we're going to take our, let me grab a paper towel. I normally do about 6 to 8 eggs. Oh no, that wasn't a good one. I crack eggs way better than this, y'all. There we go. Four. That's 5. Let's just go ahead and make this 8 eggs. 6. 7. And number 8. Voila. So we got 8 eggs. This away. I think about poetry, guys. I can wash my hands. Yeah. I have bleach on hand as well. Don't do poetry like that. Poultry like that. So, we are going to whisk this together. I am going to use my mini whisk, and I'm going to take up my almond milk and add that to it. And I want to say I added probably about 1/4 of a cup. And then I'm going to start whisking this all together. Then I'm going to see what the consistency looks like. There's our oven. Y'all hear that sausage getting a lump? Sorry. I'm going to stir the sausage up a little bit. I say this is great to make the night before. You don't want to make it the day of, because it takes about 45 minutes for the eggs to cook. So I'm going to take a little bit of this chopped spinach. It is frozen. And we're just going to add that into our egg and almond milk mixture. And start to get that moving around again. I think we need just a little bit more milk. Just a little bit. Next, we're going to open up our mushrooms. We're going to drain off all of the liquids that come with this. You can use fresh mushrooms, whatever you like. That's, you know, totally up to you. I like it because it's quick. And they're still healthy. They still have all that protein in them. And what I like about this is so filling because you have so many proteins in it. You have your eggs. You have your sausage. So let's go ahead and add salt and pepper. I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's probably like a 1/2 teaspoon or something like that. And that's coming together very nicely. Our sausage is cooking up over here. Doing good. This is another thing. If you are on the keto diet, this is very keto friendly. Everything that you're doing, you can have on the keto. So I have some finely shredded Colby Jack cheese. And I'm just going to put about a 1/2 cup in there right now. Because this is a 3-cup bag. I'm going to put a 1/2 cup in there. Just to kind of get some cheese incorporated in the mixture. And then I'll show you how we bring all of this together. Because then we're still going to add some cheese once we start combining everything. So it takes approximately about 10 minutes to get everything done. That means that's cooking your sausage down and mixing up your eggs and your milk and vegetable mix in there. If you like, you can chop up some bell peppers, add that to that. You can add some onions to it. It depends if you like onions with it. It's not necessary to add onions to it, but it just depends. You know, some people like onions in their omelets, so it's pretty much like everything you would do to make an omelet. So you're doing all of those components like you would to do an omelet, but it's just going to be in a pan. So let me go ahead and get this milk put back into the refrigerator. You can use heavy whipping cream as well. It just depends on what you have on hand. If you have eggs, if you have milk on hand, use the milk, you know. But if you're doing something like keto, you want to do the heavy whipping cream as your option. So our sausage is done. So what I am going to do, I'm going to take our 8x8 by 2 inches Pyrex pan. And we're going to spray it. And again, this is very keto friendly. I'm going to spray it with some coconut oil. And in spraying it with the coconut oil, I'm going to add my eggs. Right on in there, just like that. Boom. My egg, cheese, mixture, all of that's going right just like that. Going in just like that. And so what I like to do is I like to just take a spoon and start spooning in my sausage. Spoon in my sausage. Spoon it in, spoon it in. Not worried about the grease part of it because we want to keep some of the oil in there for the flavoring. But that's why I'm using a slotted spoon to kind of eliminate some of that grease. And the rest, I am going to strain because I do want to not have a whole bake full of grease, you know. But you definitely need a little bit of that pork grease to help with the flavor and binding some of this together. So give me just a second. I'm going to grab my strainer. You know, that's okay. I don't feel like straining today. We just gonna rock with what we got going on. Just gonna rock with it. I think we good. I think I'm good because this doesn't have as much grease as I thought it was gonna have. To be honest. So, boom, boom. I'm going to add some more cheese. Oh, shit. Add more cheese. So we want cheese throughout this wonderful situation, right? I'm going to stir it up a little bit more with our whisk. And what I like about whisk is because they evenly distribute the contents of your dish, and that getting that aerate in there, that is always a big help. I'm just gonna take more of the cheese and then we're just gonna sprinkle it on top. And this is gonna bake up so good, so yummy. And then boom, you got a whole meal, a whole breakfast meal done. And then you can just cut this up in little squares, you know, when we finally return to work. If not, you know, you can do these for your kids, warm them up. You can put these in muffin tins. That makes them even better because you can kind of get that like egg bite situation going on. It's gonna wipe the dish down. Now we're moving to the oven. I'm going to put this in the oven for 45 minutes at 375 degrees. I will check it consistently. I'll check it after like the first 20 minutes and see where it's at. And then we'll go from there. Again, put this in the oven 45 minutes at 375 degrees on the middle rack. And that's it. We're done. We'll come back once we have the finished product. All right, guys. Here we go. Here is the egg bake. Actually, we didn't even need to do the full 40 minutes. I think we did. We did 40 minutes. 45 minutes. Here it is. You see it's still bubbling and sizzling. And if y'all could smell this thing. Of course, you got to let this sit. You have to let it sit for a while before you can cut into it because it's bubbly, hot. You have bubbling hot eggs, sausage, cheese, mushrooms. All of that is happening right now. But I just wanted you guys to see the finished product. Doesn't that look so good? So good. My future is bigger, brighter. Now that I remove